What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? So we are back again for another episode review of The Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 14, episode 15, not Michelle Obama. Okay, so we're going to get right into it because we got to clear some things up. So last week it ended off. I'm sorry, y'all. I had a we call it corn in the cup, but it's a elote. You know what I'm saying? And it was just a piece of corn that was stuck in my tooth. I'm so sorry. Gotta be coming on here unprepared sometimes. Like, damn, bitch. Y'all be like, girl, get to it. Okay. So we gonna start off. Listen, this whole situation, this dinner scene and all this stuff. Let me just say this. I will say this. I still stand by what I said in the fact that, you know, Sonya, she could have just texted and see if they was coming. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, people trying to say, well, she had a bus ready or whatever, but from what Marlo said, she got the bus ready. That could have been a misinterpretation, and Sonya probably did have it ready or whatever. But at the end of the day, it wouldn't have hurt to just do a simple, you know, text to see if everybody was cool, if people was coming or whatever on your break, you know, just to make sure. But also, what Kenya and Sheree needs to understand is Sonya didn't really have to do that. And if she says she working, and I can stand be still corrected or whatever, because I was looking at some of the comments and I was like, you know what, I agree with where y'all coming from, you know, but at the end of the goddamn day, I'm going to put it like this, because I feel like I did say this. I can't remember. Y'all could correct me if I'm wrong if I didn't. But I know I damn sure said it for Sheree. Sheree ass was not waiting to go on that bus, okay? Sheree ass was not waiting to be at iFit at 9:30, you know? Mind you, Sonya said that it was supposed to start at 9:30, meaning that they was leaving earlier than that, okay? Kenya was the only one that said that she was actually calling Sonya for a couple of hours or whatever, trying to see where she was at. But at the same time, if Kenya was cool with Marlo, she could have linked up with Marlo to see, you know, when she was going to go down there to the bus or whatever, and then she could have made it. Honestly, do I really feel like they wanted to go? No. I feel like this is a big-ass stunt, or whatever it is, you know, just to make some drama for no reason. And I feel like that because Sheree was sitting at the pool, okay? And then when the people called for, and you got to go back and you got to look, and I feel like I mentioned this. If I didn't mention it for Kenya, I damn sure mentioned it for Sheree. Sheree was already at the pool, bitch, okay? She was not outside in the lobby or anything like that. And if she was, they did not show us that. And then when Kenya get the phone call at 9:50 saying that the bus is gone or whatever, Miss Mama was at the pool too. She was at the pool. Okay, so y'all really wasn't trying to go. We just got to be clear on that. Y'all really wasn't trying to go. And I feel like they just wanted to make a scene. I'm just going to be honest. That's how I feel after looking at it again, because I did rewatch the episode after I did my review. And I looked at a little something of it earlier. And I'm looking like, y'all really didn't want to go. Y'all didn't want to go, okay? Because if you wanted to go, you would have made a way to get there. I just felt like it was drama. And then when Sheree brought it up to Kenya at the table, that was totally fucking wrong. Why would you pick this moment after you already talked to Sonya about it and y'all put it to bed? Why rev it back up? So I blame Sheree for bringing all of this back to the forefront. If Kenya had a problem, she could have talked to Sonya in public. I mean, private or whatever. Because I'm not even going to get on Sonya anymore. I don't even feel, I feel like I did get on her for this last week, but I'm going to take that back because I feel like Sheree and Kenya was doing the goddamn most. Okay, that's what I feel like. And to do that shit at that girl's dinner, knowing damn well that she was trying to be the perfect host this whole time, like Candy said, if we gonna have to pick between Kenya's little hosting gig the last season versus Sonya's, Sonya has been the utmost best host right about now, okay? Sonya has been trying to make it seem like everybody's included, you know. And this is just one, we're not perfect, so you have one little point where you have a little miscommunication, and that's all that it is. Do I feel like if it needed to be addressed, did it need to go as far as it went, you know, having this whole issue where Ross had to get up and, you know, shut it down? No, okay? Sonya, she feels as though Sheree jumped ship because I guess her and Marlo had a little pact that they was gonna be staying together or whatever. And I was like, girl, the same way, like Scotty said on Twitter, the same way you jumped ship so quickly from Drew, Girl, okay, everybody jump ship, you know. And even Candy said, but y'all had fun on the catamaran or whatever, the little boat. So why what's the issue? What is the issue? And that's what I don't get. Why are we making it such a big issue? And then this whole using the word of disinvite. Nobody got on the phone and disinvited you. Nobody sent you a text and disinvited you. You just missed the goddamn bus. And that's just what it was. She is out there working. Now, she could have sent the text messages if she felt like it, if she remembered it, but she was out there working. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's almost as if they expected for her to stop what she was doing, go get on the phone, and arrange for another bus to come and pick them up or whatever. No, that's a little bit too, no, that is too far, okay? This is your fault that you missed the shit. So it is what it is. It's miscommunication, misunderstanding, and all that stuff. And Ross, sir, you know, somebody gonna say, on Twitter, what was the difference between Todd coming at Marlo, you know, and then Ross standing up against King and them? Because the difference in this case was Kenya and Sheree were talking to Sonya, okay? They did not involve the husband. Sonya can take care of herself. They were going a little hard. They were kind of like double teaming her a little bit. But as much mouth as Sonya's has, Sonya can take care of herself, and I'm pretty sure she could have smoothed that shit down or whatever. He really didn't need to interject the way that he interjected, okay? And I know he felt some way, baby. They gave him a whole ass confessional. I said, oh, Ross, you look good up in that confessional, but baby, I want you to bring the gray patch back. Bring the gray patch back in the beard, okay? Because it makes you look really sophisticated. I don't give a fuck what y'all say. Sonya husband fan, okay? Sonya husband fan. And let me address something. Also, you know, the difference is with Todd, Marlo was addressing Todd, so therefore he said what he had to say, and it needed to be said, okay? But anyway, I'm going to say this, because I seen this in my comments by a couple of people, and I was very much disappointed, disgusted, and disheartened by it, because, and I mentioned it in another video, but we're not finna body shame somebody type that naturally is thin, naturally doesn't have a lot of curves or whatever. That is wrong. That is absolutely wrong, okay? You cannot like a person, you cannot be on the side of a person or agree with a person, but to body shame Sonya in a way that you guys are, or these particular people were saying that, you know, she's shaped like a boy and she's a man boy and all this stuff or whatever. That woman is a goddamn athlete. Y'all so used to looking at women and people with these fake bodies and these big asses and big tits or whatever. She's a fucking athlete. And that's the way God made her body, okay? So for you to be talking about that, like, for what? As long as she's happy with the way that she looks, her husband is happy with the way that she looks, obviously, because he's still trying to knock her up. Like, why are you pointing out what we already see? She has an athletic body. How dare you talk about somebody with an athletic body and you're doing what? Mind you, these are people that don't even have a profile picture. I don't like that. I don't like that. We could talk about, you know, lumpy booties or whatever, even though I really don't like that shit either. But, why are you calling her? That's misgendering her too. Like, come on. That's just fucked up. I don't like that. And if I see it, you will be getting blocked, okay? We gotta have a little bit more decorum and the respect. Even though we don't fuck with people, we gotta have a little bit more decorum and respect. I'm just gonna put that out there because that was wrong. Meanwhile, listen, we just gotta stop talking about motherfuckers. That's just all it is. We just gotta okay. So they come back. They better than me. I ain't gonna lie. Now see, when Sonya and Ross got up, bitch, I would have stayed gone. Okay, fuck y'all. You know. I said what I said, and I'm going to stand in it. That's the one thing that I can get about Sonya. You know, sometimes she'll stand in her shit. Like, if she said it, she going to stand in it. But at the same time, Sheree was being messy as hell. Meanwhile, they going back. Sonya came back and told them what was going on, you know, what was going to happen. She told them the agenda. You know, she made sure. And, you know, the next day, first of all, Drew had to be carried over the cobblestones in a wheelchair by all four other men, right? Todd was the anchor. I don't understand why they had Todd as the anchor. Okay, Todd should have been in the front. Todd should have been in the front because Todd's little ass was back there struggling. Okay, he was struggling, you know. And they left or whatever. So the next day, they supposed to be going back. Sonya still got the outfit stuff going on, so she couldn't be around with the girls at this moment. So she texted Marlo to have her be the host and all that, so everybody can feel included, and nobody will miss the mark about anything. And I want Sheree to stop playing with us. I really want Sheree to stop playing with us, because at this goddamn point in time, bitch, don't nobody give a fuck about She by Sheree. I am so sorry. And y'all can say that y'all do, but you really don't. You really don't. Because I ain't been hearing nobody before Sheree got back on this show talking about none of where She by Sheree and being serious about it. People probably said it in joking, but ain't nobody looking for no damn She by Sheree. And mama up here talking about some, she done had to change some stuff around. We got 3 weeks to go. It's crunch time. It's looking like some stuff might not happen. I said, and then you going to have Dwight up in that audience so he can shake the fuck out of it again. I said, girl, stop playing. You missed your lane. You missed your lane. And honestly, you can still do it. Get up out of Martell's gooch, okay? And go ahead and put that athletic wear out. And then we can see something, But other than that, She by Sheree as an actual, stop it. Stop it. So apparently, after all of that stuff went down, Sonya had a conversation with Sheree and, of course, Marlo. But, trying to smooth things over with Sheree, and tell her, I do got this outfit situation that's going on tomorrow, which we saw that she was going to. That's why she told Marlo she was in charge. And she basically told Sheree, I want you to come, so therefore I'm going to schedule a car, and I'm going to make sure you get there. Now, honestly, Sonya, you could have did that in the first place, but that's neither here nor there. But at the same time, I was like, so we ain't going to bring Kenya too? Because Kenya had the issue as well, right? And that just didn't happen. So when she goes do her little outfit, Sheree gets there late. I said, now how you get the car that's already set up for you to come and you still get there late after everything is done? Girl, she said the car, I guess they got lost or whatever the fuck it was that happened. Stuff happens. I'm gonna just let that go. But at the same time, they're having a little conversation, she's telling her how stuff been, and, how she really wanted to come. She's sorry about everything that happened. But then we get onto this whole situation about Kenya, okay? She wanted to be cool with Kenya, but she feel like, almost as if Kenya just wants to have a reason not to like her. That's basically what it is that Sonya trying to say. She said, I thought I could develop a relationship, a friendship, or whatever with Kenya and Marlo. I feel like Kenya feels some type of way that I'm getting closer to Marlo as well. And I thought I could have these two friendships and all that. But, I guess not. No, Sonya. That could be a part of it. I ain't gonna sit here and lie. That could be a part of it. But at the same time, you do some shady shit. Can you do shady shit? But you started this whole thing with Drew. I mean, the same thing that she trying to say, and they put the back and forth or whatever, the little incidences with Kenya and all that stuff. And I'm sitting here like, well, Sonya, the shit that you trying to say that Kenya did to you, you damn near did the same thing to Drew, okay? Like, you dumped her real quick. And I will say, like, I was shocked a little bit that, Kenya and Sonya wasn't getting along, because to me, it just came out of left field. I thought they was cool, too. So, it was a little jerking for a second. I said, where's all this coming from? But at the end of the day, Sonya, you talk about people just go with the wind, bitch. You a flip-flopping ass bitch, too. So, let's just be honest about that shit. First you want to be on Candy's side, then you want to be with Kenya, then you want to be with Sheree, then you want to be with Marlo, and, it's like, you ain't, just own your shit. Just own your shit. That's just what it is. You want to be friends and liked by everybody. She put Marlo in charge, and of course the rest of the group had an issue with it. Mainly Kenya and Marlo. Kenya up there like, who told her to put Marlo, this clout chaser, to be in charge of me? And I'm sitting here like, now on this instance, I'm gonna defend Marlo for right now. They go on bamboo what is it, boating or rafting or whatever, bamboo rafting, and Marlo came down there respectful. Marlo told them that it was Sonya that put her in charge or whatever. And they had an issue with it. Granted, I know that y'all pissed off at her. You feel some type of way. It's not like she's self-appointing herself in charge or whatever. She said this is temporary. This is what Sonya wanted. Why we got an issue? Why are we making this an issue? Okay? She telling y'all, get y'all asses up so we can go on the bus. And let me tell you something. I'm going to put it aside for a second, all the shit that I done to your ass. But if you would have sat the fuck there and disrespected me by not listening to me, bitch, I would have yelled at your ass. Now, see, that's the one time Marlo could have went off. Marlo could have went off on him and I wouldn't have minded. I would have been like, bitch, I'm up here doing this girl a favor. Y'all pissed off. Be pissed off at her, bitch, okay? I'm not coming at you wrong or anything. Get your ass up or take your ass back up in there. You want to sit here with a sour puss on your face? That's what it was. Can you get up? While she in the midst of talking, they still sitting there eating. They just... I'm like, oh my God, can y'all just get this shit together, okay? Just get it together, guys, you know? And I'm just like, get on the bus, okay? Marlo eventually leaves. They finally gets up. And I said, it really don't have to be all of this. It really don't. Can we stop? So before they get on the bamboo raft and they go eat, they eating outside, and you know, Sheree met up with them, and then come to find out Sonya went to go freshen up or whatever, of course, because Sonya been doing a lot that whole day. But they get to talking, you know, Sheree talking about how she was athletic and she did this. I could see that happening, you know, with Sheree back in school and all that stuff. Kenya feeling some type of, Kenya tried to act like she don't feel no type of way that Sonya sat down there and had a conversation with Sheree, about the whole outfit situation, and trying to say, it just shows me how, you know, she handles conflict or whatever. You do feel some type of way, okay? You feel a little bit left out. You feel like, damn, bitch, how come you couldn't come talk to me? I wish you would just say that, okay? I just wish you would just say that, okay? But at the end of the day, it is what it is, you know? And so, while they talking, girl, why a bird just shitted on Mangetta's napkin? Why? I said, it's time to get the fuck up out of here. Now, see, I was with Marlo. Let's go eat by the pool, bitch. I mean, ain't no trees out there, you know. It's a low probability, I'm going to assume, that a bird will fly past and just shit all up on my stuff or whatever. We can get underneath the little cabana if we need to. But, of course, Kenya said, I'm going to sit here, I'm going to finish eating. I said, all right, you know, Candy was sitting there eating, Mangetta was sitting there eating. So when they go out there, you know, Marlo got to throw shade. Or this is what I can't stand, okay? This is what I cannot stand. I don't know if the florist is a gay man, okay? I really don't know that. Trust me, listen to me, my gay people. Okay, because I'm gay too. I'm part of the community, and this is what I see all the time. I don't know what it is, but sometimes with some gay men, they feel as though they have the right to just talk shit about women or whatever when they want to, okay? And sometimes I be here for it. Sometimes I don't be here for it, because in certain situations, it's just like, why are you talking? And that's men in general. Why are you talking? Let these women, you know, figure that shit out themselves, okay? You know, like you say, stay out of men's business, stay out of fucking women's business, you know? But you up there, he interjecting and putting his 2 cents in about, well, the birds shitted on the people that needed to be shitted on. I said, you know what? Shut up. And you want to know why? That probably really wasn't nothing. But I literally just got through watching Sweet Life of LA on HBO Max. And it is a gay boy on there that just so happened to pop up. And when I tell you he started so much goddamn mess and want to play victim and shit, it just rubs me raw. Y'all know I can't stand a messy gay man. And I don't even know if the floor is gay or not, but I'm just saying, he just gave me those teas, so I apologize if he not. But just shut your mouth up. You don't know these people, so you just hush, all right? But then when they sit down and Mangeetta finally come out there, you know, here go Marlo. So Candy finally let Mangeetta come out. I said, girl, shut up. You know, we don't have to throw shade all the time, okay? Because Mangeetta was sitting there agreeing with some of the stuff that she was saying. See, you got King and them and Candy and them or whatever. They go over there to another part of the pool. They want to call it the VIP or whatever because it's underneath the... I don't know. It's not directly by the pool, okay? So you got that going on. And, you know, talking about how Sheree didn't let her be a model up in her stuff or whatever. Fine. But see... You know, Marlo gets to talking about the whole situation with what happened between her and Candy. feeling as though, you know, Candy didn't have the right to say what she said about her nephews and throwing that up in her face because she was having a conversation with Ralph. Technically speaking, she was addressing Ralph, but y'all was having this big public conversation in front of the whole group. So it wasn't private. Anybody could have said anything. But at the same time, yes, technically speaking, if we want to be technical, she was addressing Ralph. Did Candy interject? Yes, she did interject. She feels some way about her interjecting, and not only do she feel some way about that, but her talking about the fact that, you know, she gave her nephews away, or, you know, she let her nephew go, or whatever she said. And, you know, Monyetta, she was agreeing, yeah, that was probably wrong that she said that. Of course, Sheree, she gonna say, yeah, that was wrong that she said that. You probably need to address that with her, whatever, woo, woo, woo. But at the same time, this is how I feel. And it ain't just because I don't like Marlo right now because she put a bad taste in my mouth. Marlo has done so much. And I cannot stand a person who will go to the lowest of the depths of the core of hell with a person. Instead of shading them, I'm going to insult the fuck out of them. I'm going to get real nasty, real vile. And I'm not just talking about the way that she has done with Candy, with Kenya. She's done it with multiple people in this group, okay? Throughout her whole tenure on this show. But the one time somebody finally gives you a dose of your own goddamn medicine, it's a problem. Why would you do that? You know how I feel about my nephews. And oh, fuck all that. And what makes me have even less sympathy because you practically went around telling everybody, I kicked them out. I had to kick them out. I had to throw them out. You know, whichever words you want to say. You were not sad about it. You were not, you know what, unfortunately, I needed a break or whatever. No, you was like, girl, I had to kick them out. I kicked them out. I put them out. Girl. It was almost as if you just really didn't give a damn. You know? And so, therefore, I have no sympathy. And I don't care that Candy came through and said what she said. I wouldn't have cared if it was anybody else that came and said what they said, what Candy said to your ass. It was deserved, bitch. Okay? And secondly, you was projecting. You was projecting and you was not trying to hear what Ralph had to say. Okay? Because you was putting your stuff on him. I was just sitting here like, child, why are we still talking about this? At the end of the day, you and Candy are not friends. Y'all not cool. Let it the fuck go, okay? Don't dish shit if you can't take it. That's all that it is. So, Sonya finally gets there, right? You know, she done put a bathing suit on and everything. Because, y'all, we finna go bamboo rafting, right? And I didn't realize that this was what it was. I was like, I see this all the time on these shows or whatever. Because I remember on one season of the Orange County, they did the same thing, too. But they were in Jamaica as well. They was in Jamaica as well. Baby, Orange County probably about to be a little bit lit again because Tamara messy ass is coming back for the new season. And, you know, some people don't like Tamara, but I actually like Tamara, okay? I was kind of upset that she left or whatever, got kicked off and all that stuff. You know, Vicky all up in her feelings because she wasn't asked back. Bitch, you keep your mega ass away. But, now, honestly, they could have brought Vicky back too. Tamara and Vicky, a mess to goddamn gather. Anyway, moving on from there, we back on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. So they finally get there. It was like a little safari van that took them. You know, look nice in the scenery. They get there. You know, Marlo got all this stuff. I said, girl, you can't just be simple like everybody else. Meanwhile, they get on a little bamboo raft, okay? The instructor tells them how it is, and, you know, it can go from as deep as 1 foot to 20 feet. I said, bitch, I would turn this shit around. I'll meet y'all on the other side. I'll walk. I need the exercise, okay? Because I could swim, but I just don't want to test it. And I don't want to sink it, okay? No, this is not going to fit on that, okay? It's going to go right down to the bottom. But anyway, so they get on there. You got Todd and Candy. Todd feeling like, you know, what? I'm thinking we finna go white water rafting. That ain't what she said, okay? He was like, no, we on this lazy trip down the river. You need to have some decompression time, okay? You know, take into the scenery. Get into the atmosphere. Get into nature. You know what I'm saying? That's what you should do, right? Candy like it. She said, bitch, this been the most perfect thing we did this whole trip. You ain't really do shit this whole trip, but okay, you know. So she on there, then you got, I think, her and Sheree, not Sheree, Marlo and Sonya on the same boat. You know, they have their little conversation that they're going on. Okay, you know, Sonya had to talk to to Marlo about the fact that, you know, she felt some type of way that, you know, Sheree was saying that, you know, she disinvited her and all that whole situation, and then the Kenya stuff, and bringing up the fact that every time, you know, she just tired of Kenya being passive aggressive. That's what she said. She's tired of Kenya being passive aggressive, and feeling as though if you got something to say, just say it. And if you don't want to participate in something, quit making an excuse by bringing up your divorce, bringing up your child. Now, some people, because I know one person literally said, and shout out to you, she cool though, so this ain't, you know, I ain't trying to, you know, come for you or whatever. So don't get offended. But, you know, because I've seen it a couple times. If you're not married or you haven't been going through a divorce, you can't really understand how that feels. No, I can empathize, and I don't have to be going through something to know that, yeah, Kenya has been going through the shits with this man. This man has been putting her through the ringer. But she conveniently brings up stuff when she uses it as an excuse every time. You are 2 hours late because of what? You're going through a divorce and baby Brooklyn won't go to sleep? No, okay? That's just what it is. I'm not buying it. I ain't got to be married. I ain't got to be going through a divorce. I ain't got to be coupled up to see and to have common sense and to form an opinion and give an opinion. Okay? And I was just like, Now, see, I agree with you on that, Sonya. But then you get Kenya. Now, see, Kenya, girl, I'm going to have to get on your ass for a second because you really tried it. Kenya sitting down there with Sheree. Sheree brings up the whole situation with Sonya and them having a little conversation. She was like, girl, I told her, you know, I'm mad at you about what happened and woo, woo, woo. Okay? And so she was like, you know, she apologized, all that stuff. You come up and, you know, I was like, y'all need to have a conversation or whatever because, you know, she feel like you just don't rock with her like that no more. And, you know, somehow the conversation gets to the whole situation with Ross getting up. And this is what I really wanted to get to. Because, Kenya, you tried it. You tried it. And see, what we need to do and we need to stop doing is we need to, especially when it comes to black men and black people in general, but black men in this case, we cannot keep on subconsciously villainizing them, making them seem like the big bad wolf when they're not. Society does that enough, okay? We don't need to do that when it's not called for. And for Kenya to sit there talking about, you know, and she's sitting there, and then her husband, he gets up, and, you know, he's just hollering, and he's being aggressive, and, you know, he's cursing. I don't do the cursing. Like, no one curses at me, and I don't like it. Almost as if I said, now, ma'am, you was intimidated. She was acting intimidated. She basically was saying she was intimidated. That's intimidating. I felt unsafe. I ain't gonna say that she said she felt unsafe, but this is along the lines. Like, she was using these trigger words, okay? She was using trigger words that made it seem as if he was really this bad guy that had ill intentions to get up and fuck up everybody at the damn table. I said, bitch, the cuss words got to you. When you get into it with all these women and you start having curse words and all this stuff, and you probably said a cuss word or two to a man too, okay? And now because this man gets up to defend his wife, like Sheree said, I mean, that's what a man would do. Yeah, he was not aggressive. I would not call what he did aggressive. It was a little much, you know what I'm saying? And when I say a little much, meaning you could have set your ass down, okay? But he just shut it down because he probably could have hit the table. Now, if he would have hit the table, if he would have flipped something, if he would have went over there and got all up in your face and started putting all this and doing all that stuff, you know, you better shut the fuck up talking to my goddamn wife like that. All up in your face and whatever. He ain't do none of that. A couple of cuss words here and there, that hurt you? They got you scared? Now, granted, I know you've been through some stuff, and I know people been through some stuff or whatever, and people got triggers, but in this moment, Kenya was on some bullshit. Kenya was on some bullshit, and I need her to stop doing that, okay? Don't paint a picture of somebody that really wasn't the way that you're trying to perceive them to be. Don't paint a worse picture of them than what the actions really were. Did he do much, a bit much? Yeah, he did a bit much by standing up and addressing y'all. That's what it is. But he was also defending his wife's honor. That's what it was, okay? maybe you wouldn't know what that is because Mark never did that for you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I had to put it out there. I'm sorry. I just had to do that. I mean, somebody might get hit and feel offended by me saying that, but let's call a thing, okay? And let's just put it out there that at this point, you don't like Sonya. So that's why you're saying all this shit. So I just need you to calm down with that. Because you going to tell him, say he doing all this shit, but you okay when, girl, anyway. He was not aggressive like that. So let's stop. So it's the last night in Jamaica. They're about to have this dinner. Sonya wanted everybody to come dressed up like the colors of Jamaica. They was in green. They was in black. I ain't see nobody in red, but I think she really just said green and black. So that was cool. People followed the dress code. Girl, for two people that can't stand each other, Candy and freaking Marlo showed up in the same shirt but just different colors. Marlo had on green, Candy had on black, and then when Kenya came down, she said, girl, I seen that same shirt. I was going bad too, the black one, you know. But anyway, Drew wasn't able to come because her foot is fucked up. All right. And that thing, as soon as I saw it, I said, oh, bitch, that shit's swollen. Now, y'all know how I feel. Like, I'm sympathizing because at this current moment, my shit's still fucked up. Okay. Like, bitch, that shit been zinging all day. Ever since I went and got it looked at last week on Tuesday. What, this past Tuesday? Girl, which was last week. It's just been zing, 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 all of like he woke that bitch up. I said, go back to sleep, ho. But anyway, they get down there to the dinner. Everybody having a good time. Oh, they made sure to show us that Marlo was talking to her nephews. That was cute. That wasn't meant to be shady, but I know it came out like that. So take it as you will. Anyway, moving on. They get down there. Everybody's having a good time. Sonya wants them to go around the table and say what it is that made the trip for them and, you know, was a highlight for them. And Sheree was talking about going to the track and, you know, betting on Marlo. Marlo was like, and when you sent me the video, it just felt so good. All I kept on hearing was you talking about, go Marlo, go Marlo. And it was like, oh my God, like I ain't never had nobody just cheer me on and give me so much encouragement. And it's like when I'm feeling down, I looked at that video so many times. And so I'm going to keep it and I'm going to just look at it when I need to be uplifted. So thank you for that. Thank you for that. Y'all are performing today. Okay, y'all are really performing. Meanwhile, you know, here comes Sheree. So, Marlo, didn't you want to say something to Candy? You was going to address the whole situation with Candy. Because earlier, Monyetta had came over there to Candy and told her, you know, she had sat down with Marlo. She was trying to ask her some questions. And I kind of opened up. Candy said, bitch, I don't want to hear nothing else that you got to say about that. And that is just what Marlo does. She gets into it with people, and then all of a sudden she want to act like she want to make stuff right and open up and all that stuff, and I'm just not here for it. So basically, Marlo just put it out there. You know, I just didn't feel right. I didn't appreciate you, you know, getting into it with me and the whole Ralph situation because, you know, prior to that, she had already heard and said that, you know, Drew told her that, you know, he was supposed to be adopting Josiah, and now that he's saying he's not, it's like, oh, so you telling this boy that you're going to adopt him? First of all, how do we know that the boy knew that he was going to be adopted? 9 out of 10, I don't think that they told him that. Now, see, yes, that would be an issue if you're telling him or whatever, but I'm pretty sure they would not make a mistake like that and tell him that and not follow through and, you know, the emotions that can be involved. So I don't think that's the problem. But, at the end of the day, legally, it's just not possible at this moment to do that, you know. So she came at him. That's what she was getting upset with him for. We understand that. We get that. And Candy said, yeah, you know, this ain't about William and, you know, Michael or whatever, because I do love your nephews and all that stuff. But this is more so about you. Now, at the end of the day, you saying a lot of stuff and coming at Ralph, and you were being hypocritical as shit. I do not take back anything that I said because somebody had to say it. You know, Ralph cannot say anything because then he would have been looked at as, you know, this grown man, y'all hollering or getting into it with this woman. So therefore I interjected. I said, I mean, you ain't have to, but I'm glad you did. You know, somebody had to say something because everybody else was just sitting there letting it rock. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. You know, and if you sometimes you just got to do that. And if it was anybody else that would have did it, I would have felt the same. Okay, so no, I would have felt the same because it needed to be said, you know. And she was like, you can say all this stuff or whatever. Marlo whole thing is, you just saying this about my nephews, you putting this out here, whatever, you know, to this person, the public, and people that I don't know and all this stuff. Okay, that's fine, but you did that yourself as well. Also, you know, at the end of the day, you spoke on other people's families as well. The way you talked about, I'm not really even rocking with Kenya back in the day, but I felt that shit was fucked up. The way that she was talking about her mama didn't want her and all that stuff, whatever and shit. But now you getting your feelings about, you know, people saying that you gave your nephew away. Girl, get over it, okay? Because facts, like Candy said, I'm dealing with facts, okay? You was spewing out lies, I was spewing out facts, and it is what it is. And I said, technically speaking, both of y'all was wrong, okay? You know, Candy could have just sat back and she could have been quiet, but it is what it is. Shit has happened, you know. She said, listen, I'm not Michelle Obama. You go low, bitch, I'm gonna go low with your ass, okay? And I said, all right, Candy. You know, Candy tried to sound like she was big and bad. I didn't feel it, but all right, if that's what she was going for, we're going to give it to her. But they agreed to just not speak on people, personal people, okay? And then Ty said, you know, if y'all get into it next time, please just leave me out of it, okay? He did say a little cuss word. She was like, so now you going to curse at me? I said, come the fuck on, okay? He's not really cursing at you. He just said a fucking curse word. Y'all so damn sensitive. Fuck. Oh, my God. But, they gonna be cool for now, but I'm still gonna support you. I'm still gonna support you, but I don't give a damn about you, bitch. Fuck all of that. I'm not supporting no bitch I don't give a fuck about. Fuck all that. Oh, we black women, we supposed to stay together. No, if I don't rock with you, I don't rock with you. I don't entertain the thought of you. Fuck all that fake shit. But that's what they gonna do, okay? That's what they gonna do. So the men get up and they leave, and you know, after all of that whole shit or whatever, Sonya addresses Kenya. Bitch, this was the most ridiculous in my opinion, because at one point I was like, maybe Sonya really do got a real issue with Kenya, and it has been multiple issues or whatever. But when this shit played out, it's like, girl, you doing the same thing that you did to Drew. Like, okay, you have a problem with the whole situation with Drew started because she did not like the way that Drew was doing the whole situation with Sheree, handling that whole situation, okay? And she let that spitball, all right? And she did the same thing with Kenya. Kenya used the excuse maybe 1 or 2 times or whatever. We don't know if it was valid, but I'm just saying she always used it as an excuse, but we know that that's what's going on, though, about the divorce and all that stuff. And then showing up late. But I mean, yeah, that'll irk me a little bit, but it's not enough for me to be so pissed off and to want to have to address a person in front of everybody and to call them out about this. That's something that you pull to the side and just be like, you know, this was just on my mind for a second. Can we just talk about this for a quick second? Because it probably be real quick, and then it probably would have been better received. Kenya was thrown out because she was like, girl, because she was like, what's up, Kenya? What's up, Kenya? I said, damn, Sonya said that shit like she was gonna get up and beat her ass. Like she about to square up or some shit. I said, what's going on? Me and Kenya looking like, oh, what happening? She was like, every time I try to talk to you, you just been so dismissive. Like you're in your phone, you doing this, you looking there. Kenya said, my phone is in my purse. So what are you talking about? I said, Sonya, come on, you got this, okay? You got this. You got to come a little harder. Girl, they get into the whole issue. She said, I think you've been very dismissive and disrespectful this whole trip. You're not appreciative or whatever. Everybody else is showing their appreciation. You have not. And then Kenya was like, okay, well, let me talk. Let me speak to you, and I'm going to tell you what it is. Kenya gets to trying to get her point out so that they can have the discussion. And Sonya interjects before she could even get 2 full sentences out, okay? And she was like, hold on, let me talk. She was like, no, this is the conversation. This is how we do it. I said, yes, Sonya, this is a conversation. But let her finish. And once she finished, you speak, okay? But ain't nobody going to tell me what to do. Ain't nobody going to come up in here and tell me how I'm supposed to act, tell me what I'm supposed to do and all this stuff. She was like, girl, your attitude, your energy, like you've been the big done daughter. I said, well, King, this is her trip, okay? And honestly, Sonya did throw a nice trip. From the past trips that we've seen in the past, this was a really nice one, okay? She was a good hostess in a sense, you know? But this whole part did need to happen. I was just sitting here like, this is dumb as hell, you know, because at this point, you know, King was like, what instances that you had with me that I was doing something, okay? Because you said one thing and we talked about that. What was another one? Sonya sat there, and this is where Sonya lost it all. I just said, you know what, Sonya, you had to think about this a little bit harder before you be ready to approach somebody with some issues. You got to make sure there's some real issues, because she could not think. I don't care if she was tired. You can't blame the alcohol. Mama, you have to be prepared, okay? Mama went blank. She was trying to think of another incident that Kenya was being was fucking her over or doing some fucked up shit to her. I said, girl... Let's not. So basically, Kenya was like, I don't have an issue with you. You my type of girl, bitch. When Kenya said, you can't even articulate your argument, I said, now hold the fuck on, Kenya. You're going to have to stop that, ma'am. But then going to say, I like articulate people. That's why you're my people. I just said, you just told the girl she's... Okay, but anyway, they ain't got no real beef with each other, and they come to realize that. And all Kenya said, well, if you have an issue with me, just tell me. And that's literally what it is. Sonya will sit on the shit before she'll let it build up, and she will tell everybody else whatever so-called issue she has with somebody before telling that person, instead of just going ahead and telling that person so it can just be done with and they can move on. Girl, Sonya, it's gonna be all right. Anyway, you know, Kenya tried to lightheartedly say, well, did you give me a birthday cake? You know, because it is her birthday, you know, and of course Sonya didn't. But that was the episode. Y'all tell me how y'all feel about it, and I'll see y'all later. Peace. Oh, and Candy and Marlo made up in the airport because Marlo had some KFC chicken and Candy had to get a taste. And I heard that too. Now, see, y'all try to shit on KFC. I eat KFC before I eat Popeyes because I had a bad experience with Popeyes, baby. Popeyes, the last batch I had, you know, before I made this opinion, the shit was hard, the shit was nasty, and I just didn't understand why it tasted like that. I always prefer KFC. If there's no KFC, Popeyes will be the second choice. But that's neither here nor there. But I've also heard from plenty of people that the KFCs and the Popeyes and the shit over there in the islands, the Caribbean, they stuff is hell of a lot better over here. And honestly, I believe it. So there's that. I just want to put that up in there.